okay, which you would be doing 12 times 8 is 96, all right? Plus that 5 is going to take me to plus 5, because the numerator, remember, it's whole number times denominator plus numerator, okay? Kind of like this deal. Remember this? We're going around in a circle, and that's going to be my new numerator. It's going to give me 101. Okay, it's still over 8. That board's bubbling up. And don't forget to multiply that by 2. Right? So we have 101 base over 8, and then we multiply that by 2. The rule for multiplying a whole number times a fraction is it's basically like the whole number times the numerator, because the denominator is 1 for a whole number, right? So we go straight across, and we end up with 202 over 8. That's this part. Done. Second part. 5 times 12 7/8. Same deal. Whole number times denominator. We already did the multiplication, though it's 96. Right? 96 plus 7 is going to give us 103. Okay, so we end up with 103 over 8. And we come down, we still need this part. 5 times 103 over 8. Remember, it's always going to be whole number times numerator, or you can put it over 1 if it makes you comfortable. Right, and we end up with 512 over 8. Okay, by multiplying 5 times 103 and leave my denominator the same. The denominator stays the same. Remember, I start with the one with the same denominator because it's going to stay the same. So here's this part. Done. Okay, my third remaining part. Pause the video anytime you need. I'm going to clear out space so it doesn't look so messy. This is what you guys do as well. For this third part, same thing. Whole number times denominator plus numerator. I haven't done this multiplication yet, so I need to. It's going to be 13 times 8. 3 times 8 is 24. 1 times 8 is 8, plus 2 is 10, for a total of 104. Okay, so that's 104 plus 1 was going to give me 105 over 8. All right, I'm not done yet though. Can't forget to multiply it by 4. Okay, so we're going to end up with 4 times 105 over 8, which is going to give me 420 over 8. Okay, denominator stays the same for those three. Okay, let's keep it pushing. Let's get to our other parts of the problem. Now, the reason I put this in pink, nice bright colors, easy, okay, because once you do this 5 times 13, okay, once you do this 5 times 13, or 13 times 5, right, 3 times 5 is 15, 1 times 5 is 5, plus 1 is 65. I'm going to put this thing all the way down here, because it's a whole number. Is that on the screen still? Okay, good. It's a whole number, and I'm going to handle all this fraction business and wait to the end and just add that to my other whole number. Okay? It's a whole number. I'm not going to use this for a while. Now, this part is the one, the green part is the one that's a little different. So the difference is it has a different denominator. Okay? So first, let's turn it to a fraction to make things nice and easy. Again, whole number times denominator, 48 plus 1 is 51. Plus 3 is 51. 51 over 4 is what we get. And where can I work? Let's erase this so we got some more space. So we end up with 51 over 4 from this portion. We still need to multiply that by 7. Right? So somewhere, let's see the work. We got 51 times 7. Doesn't matter the order you multiply numbers in, no. So when I'm setting them up on top of one another, I always put the one digit on bottom. 7 times 1 is 7. 5 times 7 is 35 for a total of 357. Okay, so we end up with 357 over, what do we got here? Over 4. Now, am I done? This part is done. But am I done? No, because when I go to add, I can't add a fourth to an eighth. Remember, the rules are multiplication and division. Denominator doesn't have to be the same. Addition and subtraction, they do. So I'm going to do something we learned. I think it was 6, lesson 6, unit 6. And that's finding the common denominator. So if these are 8, how can I make a 4 and 8? You multiply it by 2. Whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. Okay, again, I don't expect you to know that off the top of your head. Write it out. 57 times 2. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 1 is 11. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. So we end up with 714. Okay, and our denominator will stay the same, 714, and I'll write this here, 714 over 8. So, and technically I can turn that blue now because they're all the same. So that's this portion. I'll leave it there so you know where it came from. So that's this portion, 714 over 8. Now what to do? We have 4 fractions with the same denominator. Okay, and we're trying to find the total. Okay, so let's go ahead and add them up. Now, how do we add them up? Well, as long as the denominator is the same, we can add the numerators. Now, I'm going to set it up and do them all at once. Let's do this in red. Switch to red. Why not? 202 plus 515 plus 420 plus 714. Okay. Everybody see this? Make sure you can see on the screen. Okay, good. So we have 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 plus 4 is 11. 1, carry the other 1. We have 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus another 2 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. Okay. And funny thing about little problems like this, everybody's brain works different. Some people we'll do 2 plus these 2, 4, and then add that one last. Doesn't matter, as long as you get 5. And 2 plus 5 is 7. Okay, plus 4 is 11. Plus 7 is 18. Okay, so we get 1851. Okay, so our total is 1851 over 8. Denominator stays the same. Now that we've made it through that bad boy, what's our last step? Okay, we don't want to leave our answer like this, and we know we have this whole 65 waiting on us, so let's turn this back to a whole number / mixed number by dividing. If it goes in evenly, it'll be a whole number. If it doesn't go in evenly, you might have a remainder, which means you're going to have another mixed number. So this work that we have to do next is 18. Make sure that there's not space. We're good. So we have 1851. You're not going to be able to see over there. 1851, right, divided by 8. Because I'm trying to see how many whole 8s do we have in here. So we say 8 goes into 18 twice. 8 times 2 is 16. Subtract. Bring it down, bring it back. 8 goes into 25 3 times. Subtract. Bring it down, bring it back. 8 goes into 11 once. Okay, so I end up with a remainder of 3. Let's go ahead and write that. Remainder 3. Okay, why is this important? Because when I'm going to turn this deal into my answer, okay, we have whole 65 here. We're going to end up with 231. My answer, how many wholes we had. Whatever's a remainder becomes my numerator, and whatever my denominator is stays the same. So we end up with 231 and 3/8. Last but not least, we add 231 and 65. Okay, we add 231 for 65 for a grand total of 296 and 3/8. The fraction is just rewritten, and we just added these two numbers. Okay, that's a step-by-step breakdown of the problem. Okay, remember, always start with your denominators that are the same, then move to bring down any whole numbers to the very end of the problem, because you will need to add those to the very end. And then you have to work on the ones where you need to find a common denominator, okay, to make it match your other ones. Okay, and when we're done, as you can see, it's a lot of work, but you guys can do these problems with everything you've been taught. Good luck.